Hi, it's Tony here again. Well, I haven't posted a video for a while, so I thought I'd post this little ADF indicator that I've been working on. Been using this in a few aeroplanes for a while, and I thought I'd give it an update, so it was a little bit more representative of the real world unit. So what you see here is a Bendix King KI for King indicator, and what I've done is I've modified the instrument to work as a KI 227, 228 or 229. So the 227 is a single pointer ADF, the 228 is a dual pointer ADF, and the 229 is also a dual pointer ADF, but it's split between VOR bearing and ADF bearing. So you'll see as we sort of talk through, I'll show you the differences between the two. So I've got just a few basic user properties here. You can see you can select the model there, and we'll have a look at those different models in a minute. You can hide the surround, so that's this grey bit around the outside here with the screw, and you can turn that on or off. You can select if it's ADF 1 or 2 or NAV 1 or 2, depending on the model number. So it's basically either radio 1 or radio 2. We've got radio 1, and I've also built in hardware, so you can choose what type of encoder you have there between the 1, 2 and the 4 detents per pulse, and you can see there in the hardware properties tab, when the instrument's running, you get to choose which 2 pins and which hardware you want to select to actually connect up your encoder to operate this instrument. So that's built into the actual instrument. So let's go back to the user properties very quickly. Then you can see there's 5 models now in this drop down list. The first one is the 227 single pointer that you see displayed here, which is the non-slaved version. So what that basically means is that to alter the heading card, as with the ADF indicator that is already in the online instruments, you have to manually adjust the heading knob such that the compass card will scroll manually. There was also a slaved mode, where when you select the slaved mode, if we rerun the instrument, you'll see now that this dial should marry up. Where's the DG? So the DG's somewhere around 46 or so. You can see there 46 on the ADF, so that will sync now, and that will slave automatically to the DG. I'll show you that moving in a minute, and you can also apply a manual offset, a bit like you do with the DG here for the actual magnetic compass, just in case there's any drift. Not that there's likely to be in this particular case, but so that you have the ability to adjust the offset. And you can see that as I'm changing that here, it's obviously changing in the sim. And so what I've built in for that slaving function is that it will slave back to the one in the sim as well. So if you set this to be a slaved model, then it will make the one in the sim automatically become a slaved model as well. So you don't have to manually adjust this heading bug at all. Let's bring these back up there, because I touched on the sim there. Right, so let's put that back. So the other 2 models, again, the KI 228 comes in a non-slaved and a slave. So we'll look at the non-slaved one first. You see there it's almost exactly the same, except for it's got the 2 pointer, so it's got the double pointer for that's for yeah. So that one it doesn't matter what you've got this ADF 1 or 2 set to. The 228 will automatically set the first needle to ADF 1 and the second needle to ADF 2. So it just ignores this setting in effect. And then the slaved version of that is exactly the same, except for it's the slaved, as I've just explained. And then the KI 229, it's very similar to the KI 228, but in this particular case it still has the dual needles. You can see it's got written ADF now on this second needle here. So this is set up to display the ADF on the second needle and the VOR bearing on the first needle. So if you have a nav source tuned to a VOR, there'll be this will point to wherever that VOR station is, so you can fly directly to it if you wish, just following the pointer needle. So similar to the operation of a non-directional beacon. So this one you do need to set the 1 or the 2, because obviously this is ADF 1 and VOR 1, and if you obviously select 2 you get VOR 2 and ADF 2. And you'll notice there's no dial on the 229. It's and slaved to an ARINC source on the real instrument, so there is no need for the manual sync knob. So this is automatically slaved. So let me just slew around a little bit in the aircraft here, and you'll see that there you go. There's that slewing of the compass rose, and you can see that as that ADF needle is moving it, it's following the ADF one in the sim there. I can actually toggle the frequency. I've got a couple of tuned in here. Let's bring those up. Yeah, so I'll select a different frequency there for the ADF, and you can see it swinging round to wherever that station is over there, almost to the east. And see it follows the sim one again, so that's working quite nicely. We'll go back to the original one. So you can see now when we go to when I slew around now in the aircraft, you can see in the simulator that the compass road is not moving at all. The needle's moving, obviously, as our location relative to the station is changing, but the compass rose itself does not change because we're on non-slaved. And then as soon as we select slaved, you can see now we're back to a slaved rose again. So that's the Bendix King KI 227, 228, 229. You probably did notice there's a couple of other, well, you may or may not have noticed, there's a couple of other minor enhancements. You can see I've added this tick line on there from the original instruments, and the ones I've seen in the real world of these units, come across them from time to time. I've got the heading on the knob in the same orange as on the thing, so it's now got that. I think some of the older models might have been different, but so this is a little bit of a revamp of up-to-date models. It allows you to select the 227, 228 or 229 for whatever you need in the aircraft. So I'll be uploading this soon, and you should be able to get it in the online instruments hopefully very soon. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.